Welcome back to an episode of The Infected. It's Indy here. Just having to do a voiceover because I have lost the audio abilities again on my recording software. So what I'm doing is just showing you what I've done previously, what in between overnight, which was just to smelt some metal and get everything ready for building the circular saw. And I've got most of the stuff with me and in these boxes, so I'm just finishing it off. So I decided to wait until you guys could join me to finish it off. And there we have the circular saw that we picked up the plans for previous episode. And then I realised that I didn't bring any oil down with me. So we'll take the, that chest there, and we go up and get the oil. And I realised that my boxes are a bit of a mess and they need to be sorted out. So that's something I will be doing in a minute. I'm just having a look for space around, and I'll need to swap some stuff around. So I tried rearranging everything at this point, but still didn't make much difference space-wise. So I decided that I need to just fully rearrange those boxes. I actually need a second engineering box. But anyway, I decided to eat something since my stats were a bit low, and drink as well. I'm sorry, I have a bit of a cold at the moment, so my nose is a little bit blocked and my voice is not as strong as it might be. So anyway, as you can see, I'm having water and I'm just checking that there's still some. I'll need to cook some more water up shortly. Put the oil in the circular saw and get it going. And then I take these upstairs and I decide to sort out the boxes a little bit. Oh yes, I wanted to put it over here, but it won't go. Well, it will go, but the coal box underneath it is not straight. So I decide to try and straighten it up. But for some reason it won't go back in, and I think it's the smelter is in the way. So I give up on that idea, and then I try and move that one down, I think. No, I thought that box was what was stopping it. That's right, but it still wouldn't go back. So I decided to move it over to this side. And then I realised that wasn't straight because the one underneath it wasn't straight. But anyway, I decided to put it up here for now, sort it out later. So I think I left those in there, and just take that out. And what I want to actually do is make a mineral extractor. For the mine, put it in the mine. So That's what I'm taking these down. I probably could have left the rest down there, but anyway, just being conscious of my weight at the moment. So we need to what am I looking? I'm looking for nails. I've got screws but not nails, so I decide to move this stuff all around a little bit and at least get the boxes sorted. I put the plastic and the mechanical parts in there again, and then leave the, for some reason I thought that I was putting the Kevlar back, and then I realised I wasn't, and I'm just putting the screws and the oil back in the engineering. The oil could probably go in with the fuel, but I think the fuel's actually full at the moment, and I have to remember to use those 3 coal before I use the full box, but anyway, we'll see whether I actually remember that in the future. So then I put these in here, and I need 2 more. And nails, so and then I get a bit turned around. Took me a moment to work out where the door was. I put those in, rearrange everything. I have no idea why I wasted time doing that, but anyway. And yeah, planks, need planks. So that's the next job, just chop a tree down and shove the planks in the circular saw. Shove the logs in the circular saw and take the planks out. While I'm waiting for it to saw, I just stick the bark away. And I decide to leave the fibre with me, just in case I needed to make a pick, another pick, although I actually realised I didn't need to because I didn't really intend on mining anything while I was up there. I just wanted to get the extractor down. The good thing is that I'm really close to the mine, so it only takes a minute or 2 to get there. One mineral extractor, and I just suddenly had a thought that maybe I was putting the wrong one down, so I wanted to double check that I was putting the right one down. And yes, this is the right one. Now I just need to make sure it's properly oriented to the entrance. And yeah, there we go. All I need to do is just pull everything out, fill it up, and we have a mineral extractor. Hooray! Then I realised I didn't bring any biofuel. And we'll pick up the watermelon though on the way. For some reason when I'm coming back I get lost. When I'm going up to the mine I can go straight up there, but I always take the slightly wrong direction and end up going the long way back round to get back to base. And then I go up. I decide to do some canning before I run back with the biofuel because those watermelons don't last very long once you've harvested them in your backpack. And then I realise I need to rearrange things so that the melon will actually fit. Although looking at it now I realise I probably could have put the vegetables away in the box, but anyway, it's easy to think of those things in hindsight. So I'll just leave that melon there, make the first one, pick up the second bit of melon and make the second one. And there we have two more canned fruit. And then I realise I'm running out of space in my food boxes, which is a good position to be in just before winter. Yes, I decide to put the meat on the rack to dry, the frog meat. And I'll put the seeds away. And I think I mentioned here that I need to I need another box for food, but I want to get the biofuel into the extractor and get it going first. And I decide to leave it just collecting everything for now. And then I'll worry more about specifics of what I want later. At the moment I want some aluminium to make one of those large drinking flasks, and I'll worry about more later. The next thing I need, of course, is copper for the greenhouse. Anyway, I've grabbed that log on the way in, and I'll take this off, and it's empty, so I might as well use it for food. and using it for canned food, and it didn't quite look high enough, but obviously it is. And then I just decided to shove all the other stuff in there for now because I've got nowhere else really to put it until I reorganise the boxes. And then I realised I can take mushrooms out and put them in that box. And I'm looking at expiry dates there. Right, and then what do I decide to do? I think I'm going upstairs to get the vegetables, and I don't replant because I want to move the planters down to inside for the winter. I need to finish building my base at some point as well, and finish Mike's house. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking at expiry dates, because I'm going to can some vegetables. No, expiry dates, you know what I mean, expiry times. I think I was being ambitious there, taking two stacks of cans, but anyway. I was going to get that watermelon, and I realised I wouldn't have room, so I needed to can the vegetables first. So I start on the first one, then realise that you need to make the vegetable mix now, which you never used to have to make for canning. At least I don't remember. I vaguely remember just putting them both them all into the can. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. So there we go. Now we can can the melons and make a fruit salad. And it puts us in a good position for winter. I just put the cans away, rearrange this a little bit. Don't really know why I need to, but my brain says it needs to be neat and tidy, so that's the way it's going to be. There. And then pop the seeds away. apparently take the melons for some reason. I think I thought I was going to make another fruit salad, then realised that I didn't have another watermelon. So, what am I looking for now? Oh, checking for copper ore to see if I have enough for the greenhouse, and I realise I don't. So I bite the bullet and bring the plant beds downstairs. I will get the copper ore, it just takes a little while. And I'm going to fast forward through this particular bit, so you don't have to watch me moving them all. I've realised here that I needed a heater, because I don't think the forge will be enough in the winter. So yeah, I didn't end up fasting forward, as I said I was going to, because I've forgotten about that bit there, making the heater. And then I realised that I needed screws, so I've got to get screws. And then put the coal in, but I don't light it yet because it's not quite cold enough yet to need it on. And I'll just do the last 3 of these plant beds. Got turned around again. And then the last one. Not quite sure what I'm doing now. Obviously putting some iron on for some reason, some stones on for iron. But I can't remember why, other than the fact that I've used all the iron that I'd smelted I've used. So, and then I put some more nails in the greenhouse, which is a bit of a waste really, because it won't be finished until I've got the copper and smelted it. Put the can stuff away, or the empty cans, and then what am I doing? I think I wanted to make another axe, but I decided I'm not sure what I decided to do. I'll have to wait and see. Maybe I was just leaving space. Maybe I've got a stick and a stone, just in case I need it, obviously. And then, then I see this deer is standing here. And for some reason it seems to be stuck. So I figured he would be handy to bring back, pop on the table. So with this and the bear, at least I should have some meat for the winter and vegetables for the winter, and I'll supplement with the odd frog or two, and yeah, we should be alright. Now it's time to get some trees, because you've got to give the circular saw, it's new, you've got to give it a good test, make sure it's all working. So I'm sorry you won't have game sound for this episode because it didn't record. So the window's updated between recordings, and it decided to change my sound settings, and so the sound didn't record. And I've been messing around with them all afternoon to try and get them back. It still doesn't record perfectly. I don't know what the problem is. Oh yeah, and here I'm having a look to see whether I got a bit distracted. I think I was having a look to see whether I could build out further for putting Mike's house. I think I decided I can go out a little bit more on this side. And I decided to have a look, but I'm not sure it worked, or it was going to work, so now I'm going downstairs to have a look and see. I'm quite happy for it to stick out a little bit there. But I don't want it sticking out the other side at least until I can build some barriers to stop it. So to protect it. So I decided to get rid of those two, otherwise they'll get attacked. And yeah, that's fine like that. I might as well take the logs back with me, and harvest the watermelon. Not sure what I'm looking at there. So now I need to can the melons for fruit salad again. And then I realise I have one in my backpack already, so I didn't really need to get another one out, but anyway, doesn't matter. And I do need to plant the seed boxes again, but I've forgotten that because I'm now too busy trying to work out Mike's house. So I can't go out that side at all any further. I might be able to go out further that way. And I need to delete that and put. Oh look, there's logs down there that have obviously fallen from where all my previous building and deleting attempts. But anyway. And I'd forgotten that this is actually 2 layers, but I'll build the first layer and then build the thing on top after. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm counting the number of squares, because you need preferably 4x4 for Mike's house. 5 if you want to be able to walk past it, and now I'm just experimenting to see whether the town hall will fit, which it will. Well, it will that way round. It needs to be wider, of course, for it to fit, but I think it'll fit the other way. It just won't show me it until I've actually built the platforms, but it'll fit, and I can place it and then have it through a walk through for Mike's house. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do that. I don't quite know exactly what I'm going to do, but anyway, I'll sort that one out over winter, I suppose, in between blizzards. I don't know what I'm looking for. running around in circles like a headless chook. Anyway. I have no onions, so I'm not quite sure. I was looking for something to eat. I want to eat some whatever expires first. And drink. I can take this watermelon upstairs and grab that melon and actually get up the stairs for a minute, go and get some more cans, because obviously I don't have enough canned fruit and vegetables in my mind at that stage. But I've made this mistake before, canning everything I can find, and then the cans actually end up going out of date before you can use them. So I have to make sure that what I do is eat the stuff out of the cans and recan the fresh stuff as much as possible. And there we go, more canned food. I'm just checking dates on things. It seems it's getting a bit later in the day. Not quite sure what I'm doing. I've got to get water. But I got distracted with planks. So planks is what I'm doing apparently. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I want to make another stone crate. And then I can smelt some iron and make some nails. So, no nails. So let's take one of the stones out, put that in, light it, and wait. And I do need to build some more plant beds, but at the moment I'm just going to make do with what I have. I'll worry about plant beds in a little while, once I've got myself organised, because I don't want this whole place filled up with plant beds over winter. And there's Bambi. And I don't know what I'm doing. Waiting for the stones to melt, I think. Because of course if you stand there and watch it, it's definitely going to go faster, isn't it? So I think at this stage, what did I decide to do? I should be planting those plant beds again, but for some reason it slipped my mind. So I go and get water. No, that's right. I decided it was going to rain soon, so I should put the water barrels down here, where it's going to be easier to grab the water from just outside the door. And when it rains, it'll fill them up. And then now I've finally decided to plant the seeds. Took me long enough. And that cute little baby melon there. Now we just make those nails, make the stone crate. Now I can take it and chop a stone or two. If I can. There's a goat. For some reason the goat wanted to come in and play with his friends. Frogs everywhere. So I decided to take a couple and hang them up on the rack. And I thought about that goat, but I need to collect logs and I just don't have the space unless I butcher the deer. And then I don't have the drying rack space, so I left it. And I think I was saying here that I bet once I get the barn built that the goats won't be anywhere to be seen. And that goat is still hanging around. And then, do we get another stone? Yeah, we do. One more. I think there was 2 goats there then. and no other loose stones just lying around, so since it's getting dark I decided to go back inside, take what I had upstairs and smelt for a bit. And there's that goat again. I probably need to get some more stones, even fill the other crate up before winter, because I don't think it'll last me that long over winter otherwise. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Getting the ore, melt some more stones, and that's it. Anyway, thank you for spending time with me, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye bye.